Hey, AD. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to California. My name is Bryce Dallas Howard, and this is my house. Come on, check it out.
Today we're rating actress and director, best known for Spider-Man 3, Jurassic World, directing Mando and Boba Fett on Disney+, as well as being the oldest daughter of filmmaker Ron Howard, the very talented Bryce Dallas Howard's Los Angeles, California home featured on Architectural Digest.
So when folks come by to visit, usually the first thing they notice and ask about are the pet portraits. They're by Michael Harnish. I love these because I love my pets.
I hate these. Why would you have portraits of random pets in your house? I would understand if they were her pets, or like Emma Chamberlain had paintings of cartoon dogs on her walls, but serious portraits of random cats and dogs doesn't work for me. Especially they aren't even framed. It would also be so annoying because every time you have guests over, the first thing they're going to ask is, oh, are these your pets? Then you have to tell them no, and now you've got this awkward silence before they have to act like they really like them. That's exactly what's happening here.
We share, though. She's in here a lot.
Yeah. I'm a creep in here all the time because I love it.
So the inspiration for me initially came from Star Trek: The Next Generation, but we were kind of going for like a retro futurism, like a 1980s depiction of what the future would look like.
A 1980s depiction of what the future would look like. That's an oddly specific, incredibly unique design aesthetic. I got to give it to him. I have never once heard that before. Although, when I think of a retro-futuristic design, I think of the Jetsons, but that was from the 60s. I'm trying to think of what was in the 80s. Ninja Turtles, Smurfs, even Star Trek was in the 60s. I'll need to go research what shows in the 80s depicted the future to see if they've achieved their goal here, if they're on the right track.
So Claire Thomas and I love a loud powder room.
It's definitely loud.
And so here's some beautiful wallpaper that has special meaning for my husband and I. And when we had just been dating for a couple of months, I went to go do a theater program in Amsterdam. One of the things that Amsterdam is known for is their beautiful tulip fields.
I'm sure everyone's also heard the story of Tulip Mania, but if you haven't, basically, the legend goes in the 1600s, the tulip craze takes over the entire Dutch society. Everyone from wealthy merchants to the poorest of peasant gets in on the tulip trade. Everyone starts investing, the prices are skyrocketing, and then the mother of all bubbles eventually burst, cratering the Dutch economy. But in reality, there were less than 400 people involved in the trade. No one went bankrupt. It didn't devastate the Dutch economy, but the church did use the story and embellished it to warn against the dangers of excess and consumerism, and most people still believe the meaning and version of the story to this day. Pretty interesting. I actually learned the real story this summer when I was in Amsterdam.
So something about the kitchen in general is that we actually kind of transformed the kitchen, but without doing a lot of renovation work. The color palette for the entire house is pretty much pink and green. That's really showcased here in the kitchen, where it's just pink and green.
You can tell Bryce made every decision in this house. I bet she even decided on what her assistant was going to wear in this video. He's literally wearing the home's color palette.
This is our guest bedroom, and we also use this bedroom when we're on different schedules.
Oh, wow. They're together? I did not get that vibe from this situation. My bad, I didn't mean to roast him earlier. That one's on me, oops.
I am in the guest bathroom right now, and it's more retro futuristic vibes in here.
I remember my parents taking me to Disney World as a kid, and they had the section of the park where they built Mickey and Minnie's individual houses side by side. This house reminds me so much of that. Just as pink, just as girly, so over-the-top, cartoony. It's definitely not for me, but I guess if I was married to someone worth $25 million, I'd just let him pick everything too. Well, no, I still wouldn't do this. Yeah, no way. No way.
I am in the main bedroom in our house, and you'll notice on the walls that there's wallpaper of dinosaurs.
Okay, let's end it here. I've seen what I needed. I'm ready to score this house. At this point, you guys should know I don't like when people take a basic new construction home and try to make it look retro. Just buy a great older home from the era you won and then design around that aesthetic. Seems logical to me, but anyways, if you guys love an abundance of pink, green, and some turquoise, this will be right up your alley. Unfortunately, it's not for me. The best word I can think of to describe this house, and it's not really the best word, but synthetic. The paints, the wallpaper, the sheer amount of terrazzo. We need more natural and less manufactured in this house. So I'm going to go with a 5.8 stars to the score. Just wasn't for me. Maybe it's for you. I feel like if you love Star Wars and you were a director or producer on the show, you should embrace the Senator's Home from Andor. I could at least get behind that. Yeah, I could get behind that design. Not so much this. I'm sure 99% of you have no idea what I'm talking about, so let's end it here. Hit the like, subscribe. I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.
See you later.